All right, Lynn Swan is getting ready to sit down.
Billy Ray Smith.
Yeah, of course. Well, I introduce you. I know who Billy Ray Smith is. I just like to do that, Lynn.
What's up, Lynn?
Do what?
I just like to say Billy Ray. Everybody know Billy Ray.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray.
I'm from Tennessee, so
That's right.
That's Southern.
You know a lot of Billy
Ray,
Rays.
Peggy Sue.
Which Super Bowl ring are we wearing this morning?
Super Bowl IV.
Super Bowl IV.
The
fourth Super Bowl.
The fourth Super Bowl.
Yeah, easy.
Our fourth Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I did play.
That's
I did
Kansas
play
City,
in the.
Minnesota.
I'm old. I did play in the last single-digit Super Bowl, Super Bowl IX.
Wow.
That was our first one.
What do you think?
It's a big weekend.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think, based on the way both teams, again, over the years, I've boiled it down from personal experience watching teams, who's on the rise. We talked about this in the past. Who's playing up in the playoffs? Both these teams are playing up. Baltimore was playing up. San Francisco was playing up, playing really good. A couple of key mistakes, 2 mistakes, that both ended up being touchdowns for the Giants.
Right.
Touchdown and the field goal got them here. Okay? Somebody could get in the ball game and kind of fumble it around and that kind of thing. It would be out of context, and they could blow the game. Both these teams are playing up. Their defense is playing great. I think it comes down to the defensive lines. And if they can each play as well as they did getting here, I think Vince Wilfork will have as much of an opportunity to be the MVP of the ball game if he plays his normal game as anybody else on the football field.
Exactly. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Down here at Radio Row, having fun. Doing a little bit of double work here, but primarily I'm out here representing Hella Sports Construction. We're the official turf for the NFL experience out here at the Super Bowl. And the Matrix system is the same system that is with the Dallas Cowboys in their new stadium over at Baylor University out in Southern California. They have it over at Chaminade, Oaks Christian, the powerhouse over there, Santa Monica High School.
Well, let me ask you this. Because you're one of our guys. You're one of our local guys,
Absolutely.
and I feel a closeness with you that I might not feel with somebody else who is coming here to promote some
no.
nonsense.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, come on. I mean, what are you talking about promoting turf? What are you talking about?
Absolutely, and I'm glad that you actually brought that up.
I mean, come on.
And here's why: because I yesterday I sat with Goodell and I talked to Roger Goodell.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm dead serious.
About what?
And one of the biggest things is concussions. And Billy, you'll know about this. There's 2 ways you get a concussion. One, you get hit from a head-to-head collision, and the other one is you get jolted so hard that you actually fall down and you actually hit the turf, and actually it causes concussion. And one of the big things is that a lot of the turf companies use a sand and rubber mix.
Yep.
And the sand and rubber mix, because the sand is so small, it mixes in with the rubber, and when sand gets wet or anything happens and starts getting ran on, it gets really compacted and becomes really hard. And so we're looking into trying to come up with solutions, and one of the solutions is the product that we have and that Jerry Jones put in his stadium is the major thing. So I'm not just doing it from a turf aspect, but from a safety aspect as well.
The former great Green Bay Packer legend, who, by the way, for me, I'm going to just say this right now, Jerry. My favorite part of the whole Jerry Kramer, story is the recordings of Vince Lombardi in the locker room.
Oh, thank you.
To me,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the most bizarre thing of all time. Like,
brilliant. How brilliant was it, though, to record it?
right. I think like every NFL player, like for example, if you're on the, if you're like Chad Ochocinco, for example, this weekend, you're not going to play and you're just sort of along for the ride, you probably ought to take a recording device in so everybody can hear Bill Belichick. And then 30 years from now, Ochocinco can be working Radio Row and going, I got the Belichick tapes.
Yeah.
What were you doing back then, Jerry?
Well, actually, Dick Schaap and I were working on Instant Replay. And
Instant Replay was a book.
The book,
Yeah.
that we published in '68. And on Thursday, in a pregame meetings, Coach Lombardi was at the podium, and he was giving us a schedule of what we were going to do and where we were going to go and all that. And then he starts to walk away. He comes back, and he goes, and this may be our last time together. And I looked at Bart, and Bart looked at me, and I said, what is that about? I don't know. So I thought about it, and the only thing it could mean is that maybe he was going, right? And, you could
Or he was
think
going to
that,
cut all of you guys.
or all of us were going. Some of us were going, or all of us were going. So anyhow, I decided, well, I got my tape recorder I've been using to tape Instant Replay. I'll just take it in the locker room, and I'll just set it up on the locker and see what happens. And so it was, the Super Bowl for us was not the biggest game of the year. The Dallas game and the Ram game, the 2 playoff games, were bigger for us than the Super Bowl.
Why is that?
The NFL
because
championship game.
the Oakland team was a good football team, but they weren't quite what the Rams or the Cowboys were at that time. So we escaped from both those games with our life, and so we beat the Raiders 35-14 or something like that. So it just wasn't that difficult a contest. So anyway, I turned on the recorder before the game, and I catch a bunch of pregame locker room sounds. And we go out at the start of the game, and I turn it off. So I come in at halftime, and I turn it on. So I go out at halftime, and I turn it off. I come in at the bottom.
You're kidding me.
No, I come in at the end of the game. One of the things that is really interesting is we said the Lord's Prayer before the game and after the game. And before the game, the cadence is, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Very slow, very cadenced, very serious, right? After the game, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The kingdom come, will be done. Yeah!
Definitely.
What else you do, Christian? I mean, you're looking like you're pretty fit and in shape. I mean, I think of you as when you were playing, and I don't know, this is TV, right? I think of you as being like 290, like just killing people, just running people over.
Wasn't 290.
Like just running people over.
Every time we go to San Diego and play the Chargers, Billy Ray, of course, and his friends, try to knock my head off. So each year I made it a point that before I go to the Super Bowl Radio Row, I have to get in shape. So,
That's right.
I can.
You got to get in shape.
Well, your head
just
is
in
still in
case.
place. It's still where it was the first time we played against each other, so we didn't do our job.
Where do you live now?
I live in Southern California. I live in Rancho Cucamonga.
Get out of here,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So picking up on your last question on what I've been doing, I have two things going on. I have my children's organization still. It's going on to 22 years now. And 7 years ago, I believe I mentioned that to you, I started the California Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, which it's getting bigger now. And, I'd like for you to come out there one time.
I would love to come up.
Yeah.
I would love
Yeah,
to.
so it's this year.
Oh,
it's,
what about I can't
April.
come?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I mean,
No.
When I say
Come on.
you come, it's like
Oh,
you come.
because we are a married couple,
The entire show.
Yeah, right.
Gets to come up there.
Yeah.
So Dan Pastorini's got a new book called Taking Flack, and Dan from his career with the Houston Oilers and for a short period of time with the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
And now this book.
Yeah.
And what is it? Tell all about my life of partying hard and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, or what?
It was a cathartic experience for me, and I told John Lopez, I said, if we're going to do this, I want to be totally honest. So, I did inhale and I did have sex with those women, so that's a good starting point.
Nice. Yeah. A lot of women. A lot of them, huh?
Well, we don't want
No, come on.
is
this Wilt Chamberlain
Not
stuff?
Wilt
or-
Chamberlain. No,
half?
not at all. Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. I'm not even
Hundreds
in
or
that category.
thousands?
No.
He said cathartic experience.
Well, I
wanted
realize
to get
it.
all
Well,
this
I
out.
don't
That
think
doesn't mean a lot of partners.
Oh, all right. Okay, gotcha. But you did inhale.
And it's nothing about the cathedrals.
No.
All right, so I read an excerpt from the book, and I think any guy tuning in this morning would want to hear about this. You and Farrah Fawcett. Come on.
Yeah,
Talk to
every
me.
guy wants to hear about
Yep,
that.
we
Okay,
do.
we're playing.
Everybody wished they had that story.
Right.
Everybody in 1979 we played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day and we beat the Cowboys. And there's a phone call in the locker room at Irvine Stadium. Kenny Burrow answers it. He said, "There's a girl on here who says she's Farrah Fawcett." Well, Farrah came down that summer to play in my golf tournament along with other celebrities, or tennis tournament with other celebrities. And I met her, and she was a very nice girl.
How'd she get the phone number to the locker
Well,
room?
that I don't know. That I really don't know. I have no clue. But anyway,
I figure the president has people to call the locker room, but Farrah
Right.
Fawcett, come on, give me a break.
Well,
man.
she probably had connections to the president. So anyway,
That's right.
I go over and answer the phone, and it's her, and she says, "Hi, I saw your game. You played well. I'm going to be down for Thanksgiving. Any chance of us getting together?" So what would you say?
Done. Stay with me.
So I said, "Okay."
Come
So
to Thanksgiving dinner.
We
Me and you.
kind of dated throughout that month or two, and then we lost to Pittsburgh in '79. I went out
She
to
was done with you.
Super Bowl. She came by the hotel, paid a visit, and then we were going to get together for dinner that night. Never talked to her again after that, so I got dumped.
Now, wait a second. In the book, though,
It goes into a little bit more
right,
detail.
you write in the book, though, that she jumped on top of you in your room. She's kissing you and all over you. She leaves.
You read the book?
No, I didn't read the book. I read the
just read
excerpt.
You just skimmed for the
Okay?
dirty parts.
I only wanted the Farrah Fawcett part. Then she leaves and she writes in lipstick on your.
I want to have your baby.
I want to have your baby.
Yeah, and then never. What would you think?
Well, I would think, honey, that's like saying I love you.
I'm in.
It's like a little.
I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Never talked to her again after
Come
that.
on.
Never.
So
broke my heart.
Really?
No. I mean, yeah, that happened, but it was a tonic for my ass. It was, I deserved that probably. So.
Did you sleep with Farrah Fawcett? Yes or no?
Yes.
Multiple times? I mean, I'm just
read the book.
It kind of
read further than the excerpt.
All right, so it's in the book. All right, I need to know these things because based on what your answer is, I'm either going to read it or I'm not going to read it. I mean, now I'm going to read it. Jay Glazer from Fox Sports and the NFL Network sitting down this morning, and if you saw the HBO Real Sports piece, one of the things that Brian Gumble points out is that Jay's always on his phone. Now, you guys think I'm addicted to the phone?
You are.
I am.
You guys are cut from the same cloth, by the way.
Well, dude, we don't even talk. We just text.
I know.
We're sitting here texting.
That's just because you have that porn app.
But by the way, can I tell you this, Jay? I see you texting, and you only use your right thumb. This guy will smoke you.
No. What do you have? What do you have? You have the iPhone? I just got the iPhone, but if I had my BlackBerry,
forget about it.
Oh, dude, I am.
But you know why?
Got the fastest thumbs in the West, I tell you.
So you see the video camera. After the show today, what we'll do is we'll take this radio interview and we'll put up the video version of it on our website, XX1090sandiego.com, and everybody's going to see this beautiful blonde woman sitting next to you, and they're going to go, guys, somebody address this situation, please. Who is this chick? What's the story? Jay,
I don't know. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was?
Hello.
Ma'am? Do you have a name? Christina?
Hey, give her a microphone.
Hi,
Christina.
Nice
this is Jay.
Christina.
He's 5'7", he's 210,
She's
he's
a very
Jewish.
beautiful young lady.
He's Jewish.
Yes.
I'm not Jewish yet, no.
Not yet.
No.
Oh, I love the accent. A lovely accent you have there.
I'm going to school every Wednesday.
She goes.
You are.
She's going to Jew school.
Get out of here.
Hey, so here's the thing here. This is my girlfriend, Christina. And the great thing about this
Wait a second. You're going to turn a girl named Christina into a Jew?
But the great thing is she's about 5'8", so she brings up the entire population of religion by like 5 inches if she converts.
That's awesome.
Right. The average goes straight through the ceiling.
And you've already learned the leverage part of the things, right?
Exactly right.
So with her width and her height, who knows what you guys might produce?
Oh, man. A kid looks like Frank Caliendo.
You're kidding me. Are you kidding me, though? Are you really going?
No, she is.
Every Wednesday I go to Jewish school.
Yeah, she goes to Jewish school.
And I totally fit in at the temple.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure with that body and with that hair, I'm sure you fit.
And I'm like,
right
hey, baby, when you go to shul, dress as promiscuous as possible. They love it there.
Yeah, they'll do it.
It's great.
It's
The other women will love it.
Such a great thing to show up. It's Yom Kippur.
That's right.
She shows up.
Hey, she went through Yom Kippur with me.
Yeah.
It was like, she went through it. She toughed. Yeah, she did the fast.
You did the fast.
Yes.
Put the mic up here.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, see, you don't have to fast with the microphone.
She did the
Wow. So
you can hear she's clearly from the Bronx.
Of course. Yeah. So you're going to marry a woman.
Whoa, we didn't say that.
Whoa.
What do you?
I introduced her religion. She's going to give the Jew thing a try. See how it goes. We didn't say we're getting married.
Oh, well, I mean, why else would you convert her?
What do you mean? I'm trying
I'm
to
on
convert
loan
him.
with an option to buy.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm trying to convert him one hot chick at a time.
We need that.